If you have knee osteoarthritis and you've been told not to do any movement or exercise, I'm sorry to say you've been misled. As you can see, the knee is surrounded by muscles, and if we don't use these muscles, they will end up getting weaker. The same thing happens with a car if you leave it for months and months without moving it. What will happen when you start it? It probably won't work. The same thing happens with the knee. The longer you let time pass, the more your muscles will atrophy, and the more your joint will lose stability and elasticity, and as a result, pain will appear sooner. It's not really about the osteoarthritis in your knee, but about its capabilities. That's why I want to show you a short routine today where we'll go through 4 exercises that will help you strengthen these muscles without even moving the knee joint. So you can see that there are ways to work on it, so you can see that it's possible to improve the quality of the muscles without hardly moving the knee. So let's go for it. All we need is a hand towel that I've placed here and a sofa. You don't even need to lie down on the floor. We're going to focus our effort on the quadriceps muscles, the muscles that are between the hip and the knee. And when it's toned, it's going to allow us to take the load off the knee. Let's leave this leg here. And for future reference, let's sit on the couch with our towel. Why do we do it on the couch? Because obviously if your knees hurt, it will be much harder to lie down on the floor than to simply put your knees on the cushions. Remember to get your towel. Let's grab it and roll it up a couple of times until we make a small ball and place it right under the knee. Be careful because it shouldn't be too thick or too thin. This might take you a little while to get right, but try to make it medium thickness so you can do the exercise properly. Once we're here, we need to do a very simple movement where the knee barely moves. I insist. These are the best exercises, isometric exercises that aim to strengthen everything around the knee, but they're really not demanding at all on the joint. Look at what I want you to do. And I want you to press that knee down as much as possible and at the same time bring your toes toward you. This is going to create a contraction in the quadriceps muscles, the muscles I've already shown you, which are in front of our knee. Stop switching the camera and focus on mechanically unloading and strengthening the entire joint. You can notice it because the kneecap moves upward and the muscle right above it contracts. I press down, pull the tip of my foot toward me, and here I notice how the muscle pushes strongly outward. If I relax, the muscle becomes weaker and my fingers can go much deeper without any effort. I press down, pull the tip of my foot toward me and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I relax. A very simple exercise to start strengthening the quadriceps. Let's do it again, 10 times together. I press down, pull the tip of my foot toward me and count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I relax. 2. Again. I press down, foot tip toward me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I relax. 3. 2 more to go. I aim and pull my foot toward me. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I relax. 4. Let's move to the next. I crush without aiming. 3, 4, 5. We have 5. How is it? What are you feeling? The only thing that can happen is that you might not be very flexible and feel some tightness back here, but it shouldn't be painful. Heel down, knee down. Press your foot tip toward me and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Let's go again. Press, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 7 are done. Only 3 remain. Press, pull. Last 2 reps. Press, pull. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Last rep. Press and toes toward me. Very good. As you can see, we've only done 10 repetitions. You should feel some fatigue, some contraction, some muscle work here at the knee level. Muscle fatigue, warmth, any sensation is welcome. And that tells us that we're starting to work those muscles. The first time you do it, it might be a little hard. It might be a bit more difficult to send that command to your knee correctly. It's normal. This happens to everyone when trying an exercise for the first time. We're only going to do 10 repetitions, but you can do several sets. That is, you do 10 rest, you can do 10 rest, and so on until you do 4 sets of 10 repetitions. For example, I also suggest doing the exercise with the opposite leg, since osteoarthritis usually affects both sides equally. That's why I always recommend investing in one knee at the same time as the other. Once you've done this first exercise, which is so simple and easy to do, we're going to move on to a second exercise where we'll add a little more difficulty. We'll start by leaving the towel in place, then remove it in the next step. What I want you to do is get comfortable here, pull your toes toward you, and lift your leg. In this case, we are going to lift the heel off the couch and even lift the back of the knee a little bit off the towel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Very good. Let's start again. We'll do 5 at this difficulty, then 5 at the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. We've done 2. Let's go for it. Crush tip. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 3. Relax. Crushed shot tip of the foot towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 4. Last repetition. Here we're working the quadriceps muscle with the rectus femoris, especially this muscle. Look, I'm going to show you here. In the side camera, it goes from the knee to the hip at a deep level, and it works both places at the same time. The good thing is we're doing the 5th one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. We remove the towel to make it harder. The good thing about this is that we're working the muscles without hardly generating any movement inside the knee, preserving its structure. For anyone afraid to move or told not to exercise because it might worsen things. Well, here I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you a way to work on it without putting too much strain on that joint. Let's continue. Point your toes toward me and remove the towel. It's a little bit harder. I lift up and try to make sure that neither the calf, the heel, nor the back part of the knee touch the couch. 6. Point your toes, lift up. 7. Point your toes, lift up. 8. I have 2 left. Point your toes, up. 9. Last repetition. Point your toes and up. And 10. Wow, impressive, right? Very good. Great job with the leg. We've especially worked the front area. Now we're going to work a little more on the glute and finally the muscles inside the hip. And for that, we're going to sit on the edge of the couch. We sit on the edge, take that towel, and we're going to roll it up again, make a small ball, and place it right on the floor. We'll rest our leg on the towel, and if that's difficult, just use your hands to place it there. I want you to sit up straight, move your hips back until your knee is bent at about a 90-degree angle. From here, again, this is an exercise we call isometric, meaning you generate force, but there isn't much movement. It's very simple. All you have to do is crush that towel as if it were an insect, as if it were a watermelon, a fruit that's not good, and you want to crush it. We're going to push down, and that force will come from our hamstrings and our gluteal area, the posterior muscle. From our leg, which I can show you here, but it's actually dropped down and is over here. We stand up very straight, place our hands on our knees, very upright, with our chest held high, and from here we're going to squeeze. Strong, 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 strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Obviously, you won't see it on screen since it's isometric and there's no movement. Still, I want you to join me with your voice. We squeeze hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. We've done 2. We're going to do up to 10 repetitions. Squeeze hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 3. Squeeze hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've done 5. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide my leg forward a little bit. Not too much. So now I have a 60-degree bend. With a different bend, the work is different at the knee level. I squeeze hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Last repetition. I squeeze. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 10. I relax. And if you did the exercise correctly, you should have felt some effort back here at the level of your thigh, even in the area of the glute. Let's take our foot off that towel and move ourselves a little further back, but always making sure we're sitting up nice and straight. We're going to keep that 90-degree bend in the knee, and now we're going to work the muscles that are deep in our pelvis. If I had to show it to you here, it would be these muscles you can see on the inside, which help us lift the leg and also play a very important role in the knee. Pay close attention. All I'm going to do is lift the leg, bring it inward, and rest it on the inside of the towel. Let's place it a little more in the center. I lift, bring it back, and rest it. Straight, upright. I don't want you to strain your back. I don't want you to lean backward, but for you to always stay right here. Leaning forward with your back straight, your chest. Up, up and hold 2, up and hold 3, up and hold 4, up, 4 and out, 5. Very simple, right? Let's go. And up 6. See? Again, 7. Knee is still 7, 8, and yet we're working the supporting muscles. 9. Last repetition. 10, 10. I'm going to do one more. Up and 11. This again has allowed me to work on my knee structure without needing to move it. So, as you can see, there are multiple ways to work that leg to strengthen the muscles without really needing to rest for life. It's very important that you start moving and that you remember that metaphor with the car. If you don't start the car, if you don't use it for a long time, in the end, when you try to use it again, it simply won't work. The same thing can happen with your knee. We've only done one set of 10 reps to keep it from getting too long. You can do 2 to 4 sets of each exercise on alternate days, one day on, one day off, to achieve good results. Before you go, I want to recommend that you also watch a video that's going to appear up there in the top right corner of the screen, where I explain to you, where I offer you a definitive solution so that knee pain can disappear completely, regardless of whether you have osteoarthritis, a meniscus issue, or patellar chondromalacia. Improving the strength, mobility, and stability of that knee is absolutely essential to reduce the pain. I just want to say goodbye by thanking you from the bottom of my heart for staying until the end of the video, and I hope to see you very soon in one of my other videos. Bye, friends! Subtitles Amara.